What's going on, good people? Welcome. I don't even know what day we're on, but I don't even know how today's going to turn out either. I'm going to see if I can go into the code and fix this problem myself because yesterday I fought with Replit and it won. So today I'm going to see if I can go in and fix it myself using ChatGPT to find out what the problem is and to fix the problem because we're getting nowhere. If you saw the last video, I was there. Where's this event? Oh, now that's a problem. Free. Now that's a problem. All right, so I just tried to create an event. You can only create one free event, so I tried to upgrade, created an event, and then it suggests to upgrade when you try to create the event. I upgraded, and it brought me back to create events without making that event that I had created just simply go live from there, which will piss anyone off. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And you see, it still says I'm on a free plan. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let me try it again. Because I also wanted to test the generic event feature, and it's not giving, well, and you're supposed to be able to choose. Well, maybe I said, maybe I didn't have it. No, you are, let me see. I don't know, I can't remember now, but maybe I did not say to build this out yet, because you're supposed to have it so you can, like if it's a potluck or a wedding type deal, then you get extra features. Oh, maybe that's in a higher plan. All right, so let's create an event. I don't know, I might rename what I was going to name this. Uh, so old school. All right, you see it says upgrade. So boom, click upgrade. Let's go with the pro plan. Oh, this time it did not put me through. All right, I'm not going to worry about that right now because the video is going to be about, well, I'm just give it one shot. Let's see. It's been unable to fix the main issue for 2 days. Let me see if it can fix this. You already have a pro subscription. Okay, but it says free plan. Let me do it again so I can get that recorded. Uh-huh. This has been fixed before. At least I thought it was fixed. It's been a problem before. I tried to upgrade to the pro. I tried to upgrade to the pro plan. It says that I already have a pro subscription. However, you can see that I am on the free plan. Actually, I did deploy this again before I stop. Let's see if it's magically. Nope, it's broke even more. Neither video shows now. So I do want to at least get the Spanish showing before I try to fix it myself. That's one less issue to deal with. I know it did run into an error. Yesterday was the worst day of my Replit experience. All day long, trying to fix one problem that got nowhere. And yesterday was just a complete day. The day before that, I was working on this problem for hours. So let's see if this is fixed. Already subscribed. Pro plan. Says I'm on the pro plan. Okay. Oh, welcome to your new plan. Okay. This should go away on the free plan. This does, I mean, on paid plans. This. Why would you try to incentivize someone to downgrade to a free plan to access sharing rewards? All right. I said button. I meant card. Okay. All right. Now let me see if I can downgrade. Okay. It says my current plan is the pro plan. I'm actually on the, what's the name of this plan? Is that called the pro plan? Planner plan. All right, we have some problems to fix. Replit seems not to be able to handle it, so we have to fix it ourselves. So in the app is not built out the way that we had come up with to build it. It's scaled down a lot more, but this is the issue, which should make the issue easier to deal with. Um, However, let's see, I don't know how to explain this to you. Meaning to explain how we did it as opposed to how you had suggested. But I'll say this. Okay, yeah, I know how to do this. You can still tell me where to find this in the code, then I can show you exactly what the code is, and then on the part where the app shows the preview of the invitation. The invitation is supposed to, it has a button you can click, the user can click to choose Spanish or English. It doesn't serve the English, it only serves Spanish. So where would I look in this code to find that part of the code? This is broke too? It superficially changed its reading. It's not pulling from the actual plan. I missed that. But I know I tried to downgrade. I say you are superficially making hard-coded changes. You are not fixing the code so that the logic is followed and properly handled in the app so that it actually works. Uh, sure, you changed the card to planner, but now I downgraded to pro, and it still says I am on planner in the current plan. Fix the logic and code. This isn't a game. I am paying for this service. You're absolutely right. I've been doing band-aid fixes instead of solving the real problem. The issue is that the subscription isn't properly updating the user's plan when payments succeed. Let me fix the actual code logic. Now, what I want you to understand and learn from this is you don't have to check behind this thing. Just think of ways that you can test whatever the fix was supposed to be to make sure it's actually fixed. As you just saw, it will. I'm telling you, the thing is incredible at times, and it's incredible what it can do. But it acts like a human being sometimes. Like this is something that some clown employer would do. Just present and make it look like the problem is fixed, and when the problem is not fixed. You know what I'm saying? That's like taking the car to the mechanic. You got a leak, and they tape up the hole instead of, or they bypass a hose instead of finding the leak in the hose, or bypassing the system, the line, instead of finding the leak in the line. It's ridiculous. That's defeat. Yeah, you stop the leak, but it doesn't work. Now the car doesn't work. What's the point of doing something stupid like that? So, woo, AI. Just messing around. Y'all know I'm an avid supporter of AI. But this stuff right here, this what you just saw, brings it down to reality. It's not a completely knight in shining armor. And if you treat it that way, you're not going to get the best benefit out of it. So that's why it's important to point it out. All right, where am I at now? What happens to my advanced diagram? Oh, good questions. Is that true? Let me go here. Let me go all the way out. See what happens. Look at this. No, it shouldn't add payments and credits without changing your plan. What do you mean it should add credits without changing the plan? It should completely downgrade the plan to just birthday plus. It should add credits without changing the plan. All right, we have some problems to fix. What is that? I-18N setup file where languages are registered. Common file name, locations. Source, oh, where are the file locations? Where to search for? Import I-18 next or import I-18. Want to check. Well, uh, I'm going to ask it. ENS toggle for the invite preview. The language toggle. I'm going to ask common file name. No, I'm not going to ask anything yet. I'm really getting fed up, to be honest with you. Listen, when I buy the birthday plan, the current status should reflect the update to that purchase as a result of code detecting the purchase. The same is true with Pro and Planner. Stop superficially making cosmetic changes as I, uh, in response to my uh, request to fix it. Actually, fix the code to make the correct status appear. Status to actually reflect the correct status. So yeah, it seems that you have to say, I gotta go and check other plans now because again, this is just something that it seems just should be so automatically handled. It's just like such simple logic, not the actual coding of it, but that you would ensure that if someone changed plans, that it's reflected in the display is the part that I'm talking about. It's just logical. Like so nobody should. Again, it's human. Like nobody, even a human, you don't have to be told that. I mean, they might forget it, but that's what I'm saying. It just seems like AI shouldn't have this issue. But now I feel like everything I need to be critically checking the plan changes. And maybe also what I was starting to say is that when you have subscription tiers and plans, explicitly say, make sure when the user changes from one plan to the other, that the code is able to detect the change and reflects that in the status. You mean I got to do all of that? Might as well might as well have a human employee. You got to do all that. So wow, 2019 background credits. Oh, that's because I'm on the plan. 2,000 credits though. Did I authorize that? 2,500 RSVPs. It's supposed to be 30 background removal credits per month. I wanted. I didn't do it every time. Let's see. 10, 30, 10 times 40, 400. How did it get 2,000 credits? Even if it counted every time getting started with birthday. That should leave two once you upgrade. Let me see if it switches plans. Oh my goodness, it works. But I don't know why we have all of these credits. Oh, oh yeah. The code needs to keep a person from abusing the system to accumulate background credits. When the plan is downgraded, they lose all of their credits and it drops to the downgraded limit to the limit of the plan chosen. Again, Common sense. In this video, you see how dumb AI is. uh, now let's actually test this background removal anyway. Create an event. Oh, no, I didn't remove it. Let's see. Big bad thing. A whole lot of fun. How's it gonna let me see if it's gonna let me do this. It's gonna let you create an event for a date in the past, huh? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. I'm calling AI dumb and I gotta do the months on my hand to figure out what the 8th month is, huh? Yep, sure do. It should not let the user create events for dates in the past. First, let me see. First, I'm gonna try something. All right, so look at this. English, Spanish, English, Spanish. All of this, I don't know coding, so if anybody is a coder watching, you can help me by correcting me in the comments. But I'm just thinking about this, and what little bit I do know, everything is probably remaining the same, and it can dynamically change the code from English, the language from English to Spanish. And for the videos, it's not going to be dynamically changing. So in order to support that functionality, the easiest way, in my mind, is for there to be an if then else statement that is connected to this button. If English, here's if English is pressed, all right. If English is pressed, go this route, serve this video. Okay. All right, serve this code, or change the code this way, serve this video. If Spanish is pressed, then you serve this code, Spanish, and serve this video. So as soon as you create, all right, there you go right there. When you add, okay, so now how does this happen? All right, so you already know. All right, so then there's another pathway. You don't need that pathway. It's the language chosen, the video chosen. So now before you even get here, then the input, all right, so I'm just thinking this out in real time. So now I need to go up further. So now it goes back to when the person chooses. When they upload something, here's the thing. Did they upload one version or two? If they uploaded two, then this should be the game plan. This should be how the code is written for when it gets to this part. If they upload one, then it doesn't go this route. Oh, okay, my bad. If they upload one language, it goes this route. If they upload one version of the creative, then it goes down this path. There is no toggle need because it's only going out to one. Or now I'm thinking like maybe the language could still toggle, but as far as the video, how do I write that code? I ain't even worry about that right now because it's like this. If you choose one language, then that's what you stuck with it, and until they can figure out something different. But if you upload two versions, it don't go down that path. It go down this path. So let's see if I can figure out how to explain this to Replit as far as the logic. Before I do all of this, I want to try to explain something to Replit, and tell me if this makes sense. As far as coding this just seems like the most simple way. All right. So when the user uploads a creative, they're either going to come there with the intention of uploading Spanish and English, or they're going to just upload Spanish or English. So all that needs to happen is the code is written, so it detects did the person upload Spanish and English, or did they only choose one. Now, based on that reality, that action, you now know whether or not you need to have a toggle, at least for the video. It could still switch language. I don't, if the code can be written this way, but my most concern is like just being able to accommodate what's chosen. The other thing is extra. If it can still switch the language, even if it's only one version of the video chosen. Let me continue. I'm going to mess this up by trying to do too much. All right. So again, you're choosing to upload. This is a user, so this is key information. You're either going to upload two versions or you're going to upload one. If you upload one, then the code is very simple. It's more simple. You don't have to create, and that's assuming that it can do this dynamically, which in 2025 and AI, I assume that it should be able to. Well, maybe that's the problem. I need to incorporate OpenAI in this. Maybe that is the problem. They're trying to. All right. So if it's only one version uploaded, then common sense says you don't have to worry so much about the toggling. You're gonna serve this version that's uploaded. Now, if two versions are uploaded, you still don't need AI because it's simple. If two versions are uploaded, that means the toggle is activated. And one if they choose English, it goes down this path and it shows the English version and the Spanish. I mean, the English video. If they choose Spanish, it goes down the other path and it shows the Spanish version of the text and the Spanish video that is uploaded. You're not converting anything. That's the way we got to set up. I think you and I spoke about how to convert the actual flyers, but this is video, so it ain't converting the video to one language to the other. It's just choosing a path. I don't know. I don't like. It's not that hard to me. I don't know the way to code it, but I know the logic, and it just shouldn't be this hard. So evidently, Replit is not following this. And then after that, then it comes back down to let's see, the same path from there on what's done next, I suppose. But that's the important. I mean, if you get that far, common sense should tell you to connect the two paths back together. Beyond that, to the same path. Once you get that far, all right. So help me to explain this to Replit, so that in case it's not doing this, this is something that it tries. Absolutely. Here's a clean copy paste brief you can send Replit or your dev that spells out exactly what we expect the app to do for English, Espanol video selection and language toggle without any AI conversion. Desired behavior, deterministic. Yeah, that's right. That's the word. Deterministic. Expected data. Nah, it's getting down to that. All I wanted is the logic. I didn't want the code. That would product. It won't switch from Spanish to English. Oh yeah, it does know that. Yeah, why? It's already doing it. It's working. That's the crazy part. It's doing it correctly in the development part. Now even this is saying if only one is present, always show that one toggle hidden. Text can still toggle English and Spanish independently. How? If you just said hide the option. Uploaded videos, both. Show toggle? Yes. Which video to play? Video English. When language equals video dot English. English only. Show toggle? No. Which video to play? Video dot English. When language is video dot Eng. And optionally show video disponible solo in English. Video. Yes only. Show video toggle? No. Video as yes and only optionally. Video available in Spanish only. You don't need to do that. None. No. Video, hide video block, hide video block. No video uploaded, hide video block. All right, for the show toggle part, it doesn't have to be, it could fine be deterministic, but it doesn't have to be so strict, and it could be more user friendly. If they show, like, you don't have to say video only available. Well, you can, yeah, it's true, you can, because it is only available in the way that it's uploaded. But okay, all right, let's go back to the drawing board, because here's the thing. Suppose the person forget that someone he sent the video to doesn't speak the other language. So however it needs to be done, let's do it so that the language is still translated. Leave the toggle up there. We don't have to take away the toggle. Well, I guess I see what you're saying if it doesn't have the video. All right, so just keep the language that you have, that the video is not available in other language, but just leave the toggle up there and only switch the language. Now, I don't know how that's done since if it's different tracks, but I know that it can be done. But leave the toggle there and still translate the language if they want to translate the language, and give them the message just like you have, though, that says, sorry, that video is only available in English or only available in Spanish. Does that make sense? Because we're not just talking about functionality and coding, we're also talking about user experience. So, you know, what were we fixing over here? Past due dates. I should have explicitly said, give an error message that says you can't create events in the past. This should always be clickable. should get the error right there, not after you create the event. Events cannot be scheduled for dates in the past. Why are you gonna let the person do all of that? This could be a mistake that they could correct immediately if they are notified immediately. It shouldn't let you get all the way to clicking the create event button to give the error message. As soon as they leave the date, actually, as soon as they click the date in the past, the message should appear that they can't create an event in the past, and the message should appear at the date block. Well, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see the big red message come up. Let me, because that's just an extra hurdle in the past. User experience is always important. Logic is always important. Don't do dumb things. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start adding that. Okay, something to add in all PRDs. User experience is important. Optimum logic is important. Um, Design is important. All of these things are of the utmost importance, and I have to point that out explicitly. Apparently, because apparently, if you don't say, these things, is ignored. Where am I? All right, let's see how this works. Yes, your user experience makes perfect sense. Keep the language toggle visible at all times. Always switch page text to selected language. And if the video isn't available in that language, show a clear notice. And keep playing the available version. No AI conversion. No AI conversion. Optional. Captions. Yeah. Yeah, captions. Only video exists. If I don't use it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Host can upload VTT. You know what? That is an easy way to solve this problem. And minimum logic. Let me see. Maybe that's the next version. If I could, what? I imagine if I just used OpenAI API key, it can handle all of this and wouldn't be an issue. But so it would be a shame to do all of that simply to deal with this issue when this issue should be easily handled in code. However, what other highly valuable, cost-effective benefit could there be for using the OpenAI API key in this app? Apparently, I still can't make dynamic flyers. So what could the benefit be? I should have said, especially to differentiate from other things that exist. Real-time validation now works. Immediate feedback as soon as someone selects the past date. All right, let's see. I hear you. Let's see. Okay. Oh, they actually put the message up there. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Replit. Okay. Beautiful invite coming soon. I think you know, let's see. When you create the event, you should be taken to the creative part immediately, before you even create the event, and then choose no. All right. Before even, okay, add a button. That's all. Add a button before create event that says add creative. Okay. See how I got a capital? It's probably gonna make it capital if I do it that way. Add creative. Or I should say, well, people don't know what a creative is if they're not in this game like this. Add image or video. There you go. Talk normal language. Remember user experience. Add image or video. Add a button before the create event that says add image or video. That way, they don't have to go back and or find it. It's better user experience. I started to type duh. That's unnecessary. Let's see. Great idea. That would definitely improve the user flow. Let me add an add image or video button right before the create event button so that users can easily add media without having to navigate away and come back. Or say, talk, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? All right. You're right. Using OpenAI just to fix a language toggle would be overkill, but there are a few high leverage, low cost places where OpenAI API does make inventory clearly better without touching dynamic flyers. Here's auto translate missing text on save. When a host only fills one language, auto fill the other title. Well, okay, we can already do that. They're not filling out both languages. They're only filling out one language. Host can edit the result later. No more have translated invites. Guest always sees their language. Cost control. Run once, save, catch, and find store. Cost control. Run once. What do you mean run once? Where post returns updated fields, docs. Text generated translation is a standard API use. Keep filters on. I don't know what you're talking about. Subtitles. When only one video exists, nice user interface. What? If only one English or Spanish video is uploaded, auto transcribe. Well, yeah, that's the point what made me actually think about maybe I should integrate because then you can at least get the captions of the other language. Guests can follow along in that language even if the video itself isn't that language. Cost control. Do it once per video upload. Story. Oh, I see what you're saying. When before you send it out, it's processed and then it's just served. If someone clicks it, it's already done. They don't have to. It doesn't have to go through the AI process again. It's already been done once and stored. Oh, not before you send it, but inside the system. Every person's getting a representation from the same system. I think that's a mosquito. One-click bilingual copy and social captions. What? Suggest polished invite copy and WhatsApp IG captions with emojis, hashtag in both English and Espanol from a few inputs. Event type, vibe, honoree, date, while host stop sharing, staring at blank boxes. Fast to share moments, more invites sent. Cost control. Generate on demand. Let the host pick a variant and save it. No repeated calls. Potluck dinner quantities, list suggestions, give head count and cuisine, propose a balanced list, and suggest quantities. Why? Removes the what we should ask people to bring. Friction. Pairs perfectly with your potluck claims. Run once when host turns on potluck, store items, host edits. Registry helper, copy, and categories. Turn a raw list of Amazon links into bilingual friendly descriptions and group categories. Safety, brand protection, moderation. Check host text and optional upload images for policy issues before publishing hate, harassment, adult, etc. Keeps your public pages clean, reduces takedown complaints, and helps with ad approval. Run on save and public publish only. Theme and palette suggestion. Yeah, this is a good one because not everybody want those colors. From what the honoree photo or chosen vibe propose. All right, I like that one. Occasional template refresh, not per event. What? Use the images API to generate a batch of new background palette plates monthly. You can curate and keep only the best. Then compose with cloudinary overlays like today. Why? Keeps the library fresh, but no runtime AI calls for each event. True. What I would not use OpenAI for on the MVP, generating full flyer for every event. Plug in points so your dev can add this cleanly. Translate missing captions, transcribe, suggest copy, suggest potluck, moderate check. Important. Never call AI on page load. Trigger on save or explicit generate buttons. Oh, that's a good point. Won't fix a simple toggle. You can and should save that in code, but it can make inventory meaningfully better. So we're gonna try to fix this button first. Let's see if this can work, and then we're going to publish it. Deploy it, and then we'll go back and add AI API and get that working. Especially if this works the first time, because now I'm curious to see if this will do the trick. What do we have it doing over here? Oh, let's see if it's down here. Let's create an event. This domain is for sale. Okay. Okay. No letters, only numbers. Add image or video. Hey, I want this highlighted or something. Now let's see if it loses all of that information. It's taking me up here instead of to. All right, this is ridiculous. It don't need to take you here. It needs to take you here. That's an extra unnecessary step. If a templates upload background. What? Does it even make sense? Upload background. That's an image. I have my own. That's video. explicitly. So this should say upload image, and this should say upload video. I think. Yeah, it only has image. Well, they shouldn't do this both at one time, but we'll see. The add image or video button should take you straight to this page for adding image or video, not the extra step page. Also, on this page, it should say upload image and upload video. Background. It's just image. You don't need to say background. Uh, of course, it's going to be the background. Well, all right. So let's see. Now let's see. Let's say. Now let's leave that upload background image, and what do you call the person? Honoree. And but are they going to know honoree? Honoree. And the birthday boy or girl, the birthday person. Upload the background. All right. Upload image. Okay. Let me see. Upload background. Okay. Upload image, and then down here, background. Okay. There you go. That's it. I figured it out. Upload image. All right. Also on this page, just say upload image, and down below that, upload background button and upload feature. Upload. Oh, I guess the honor? No, that's not. She's not the person's not a guest. Oh, let's just say the honoree. That's what it is. Image. And the honoree image should be wired to remove background functionality. Have my own should be changed to upload video. Flyer. Upload. Yeah, that's it. Let's see what we get. And what were we doing over here? All right, I'm going to ask you, what is it using to translate the language? Because ChatGPT is trying to tell it how to trying to tell it the host needs to put both versions of the language in. It doesn't. That's already being translated without a problem. I think Cloud, I don't know how it's getting translated, but it's being translated with only one version of the language being put in. So don't want to confuse it with telling it this, that the host needs to, if the host doesn't put in both versions, blah, blah, blah. There's not even a place for the host to put in both versions. Just put it in once. No. All right, let's see if we got that improvement. Oh boy. Upload background, choose background. Choose on a rephoto. Okay. It's trying to take me to a folder named flyers. Oh no, that's in my folder. What kind of, what is it looking for? Why does it say no items match? Oh, maybe because this video is there. Coming soon. Did I tell you this domain is for sale? It's not taking us directly there. So that wasn't fixed. Still has the extra step in here. So it's gonna take you from there to the RSVP tab. That's ridiculous already. Why would it even default to trying to take you there? It doesn't even make sense. And it's going to create your image for you if you wait too long. It's taking you from create an image or from add an image to RSVP, and you just created your own event, and it takes you to the RSVP tab. What sense does that make? It's absolutely ridiculous to take you right here. I shouldn't even have to ask it to do that. And well, I guess we'll leave the default vertical. Flyer generated. Well, okay. I need the image uploaded though. What is this about? That is absolutely ridiculous. So that's not attached either. It's not actually using. If the image doesn't load, you can still download it. If the image doesn't load, you can still download it. Okay. Enable. Oh, okay. It's disabled, so that's a default image. This. Oh no, it's disabled now. All right, so that's interesting. And this is ready. Let's see if that works. All right, let's see if I can remove background removed. And why is the size? Why is the size different? And this is not. Yeah, I think the ratio is correct, but no, I don't know. All right. No way. Background is clearly not removed and shouldn't be automatically. There should be a button that appears when image appears that gives the option to remove background. Then for now, that image should should be given the option to display. Oh, you can drag it. Left, right, top, bottom, center. Superimposed on the flyer. I don't know what this. Let me just leave this for now. As long as I get the background removed, I just leave it left, right, center, superimposed on the flyer. I was going to say make it draggable to where you want it, but I don't know if I should do that yet. And what was I saying over here is that I need to tell it. All right. Okay, I see you say up here. You said something about the guest putting in two versions of the language. The guest is already converting the language with the guest only putting in one version of the language. So whatever you're talking about with whether the guest has to put in both versions, of the written language, they don't need to do that. That's already being handled. So skip that part of the instruction. Where was it? Because we don't want to confuse Replit. Auto translate mission. Oh, this is the use of AI. ASR. User experience plus behavior. Toggle always visible. The guest can choose English or Spanish at any time. Page text title. Blah blah blah. Switches to selected language video. I don't even know why I saw that at. If the host didn't provide a translation for the other language, the app uses auto translation server and caches it. Host can edit the auto translation later, store it as human override. No video conversion. Minimum logic. Copy paste. Just leave the part out about the language. I don't want to confuse it. It's already doing that part correctly. Just give me the part for the video. Wait a minute. Unless simple fast. It's pure selection logic for video. Yeah, just give me the logic for. Well, no, I imagine I need both because it depends on how they got it. All right, never mind. Because it did say. Whew, I can't copy all of this code individually. I just need the logic. What changes? User experience and behavior. Okay, just give me the logic. Give me the logic for the video, solving the video problem. Don't give me the code to paste, and I'm using the no code platform Replit. It's already said 1,000 times. It doesn't want this specificity. It wants just give it the logic to follow explicitly in order to use the code. Give it the logic it needs in order to determine the code necessary to achieve this. Don't give it the specific code. Oop, I'm gonna stop it. Now this is going to be interesting. There's no remove. Oh, that's the background. Okay. 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 Okay, Replit. Let's put it at top. Generate beautiful flyer. The image is not here. Enable. Let's wait. Yeah, let's do it separate. It's still being specific. Look at this. I mean, explain the logic in words, in language, not the event data, not the viewer context, just the logic. Explain the process for them to use to determine the code in order to achieve the results that we're talking about. That's what I want. Explain the logic for part A. For the event data, the input should be what page notes. The inputs take the inputs from the event data and the viewer context to resolve the page language. Oh, now taking the language. And by the way, the language we don't need. It's already transcribing the language without a problem. The user doesn't have to put in both languages. The user only needs to put in one language. So you can skip that part of determining the language. I think I don't know, but I'm telling you that we're already transcribing the language without a problem, and it has not been an issue. So I don't know if it's going to cause confusion by mentioning the language anyway. So basically, the logic I'm looking at from what you're saying is determine the input from the user. Viewer context. That means the viewer context, whether I guess the browser is saying that it should display a certain language or not. I don't know what viewer context means in this case, but take into account the data that the user has inputted. Whatever needs to be done with the viewer context, whatever is the end result you determine for saying what needs to be said about resolving the page language. Based on that, then you determine what video will be showed, what video to play. It seems like I don't know, show hide notices about availability. When the video is chosen, when the video is chosen in one language, then the toggle should say should cause that language video, that pathway to be chosen to show the video, and the message should say the video not available in the opposite language, blah blah blah. Just the logic and explanation. Let Replit do the code. If you're specific enough with the logic, it should know the code to use to achieve the logic. Does that make sense? All right, now let's tell it the other problem. I ain't even checking to see if it fixed that one yet, but I'm gonna tell it. Oh, let me check and see if it fixed that one. Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll create another event. Event creation class. The class is all day apparently. Add video or image button is still taking the user to the RSVP page. It should go to the flyers page. This is common sense. Why is it checking the create event button? The create event button is fine. I need to find where the regular create event button goes, since that might be where the confusion is. Found the issue. The create event is on line 66. Goes to dashboard events, which is the RSVP page with the add image or video page button correctly overrides this to go to flyers. However, I noticed that the add image or event button might be getting the wrong behavior from somewhere else. Let me fix this by ensuring the add image or video button has its own separate mutation or property properly overrides the destination. Create event. Okay, didn't mess that up. Clicked the button, add image button, and it goes to 44 page not found, and also immediately creates event. Well, it's fine to create the event, but it's fine to create the event so that it's saved, but the path should take us to creating or uploading the image that's on the flyer page. Please fix this now. We have a lot of other issues to straighten out. This is simple. Please fix it. I don't know what you call the page. I'm just telling you that. When this stays on a page like this, try refreshing. If refresh doesn't work, hit the back button. Take us back to the create event. Okay. I was wondering about that. So is it going to make us put in the age? What did I forget? Oh, no. Let's see. Okay, good. Man, okay, all right. All right, there you go. That's all right. Now we have progress here. Now let's check this again. Let's use this one for the background. And yeah, let's use this for honoree. See if I can take the background out. Okay, it's pretty clean. And let's put it at the top. Generate flyer. Oh my goodness. Now the generate flyer button doesn't even work. I wonder what this file name is. Well, I don't need to show this anymore. I can just say, I can just do a new one now. the Okay, that worked. Thanks. Now the image, the honoree image is not showing. Oh, now the background nor honoree image is showing in flyer creation. And if you're asking, I thought that this was working. Yes, it was earlier. And I'm wondering if anything is strange with that file name that's causing this. But maybe Replit will figure that out. It doesn't like dashes or needs dashes, or this shows honoree image overlay is working in the back end. This shows honoree image overlay is working in the back end. The issue is likely the generated flyer image isn't loading the front end. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. Holy moly. Here's the logic. Absolutely, here's the plain absolutely, here's the plain language logic your platform should follow. No code, just the decision process. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Always show the language toggle. Always switch page text to the selected language. For the video, play the version that exists and the selected language is available. Otherwise, keep playing the available version and show a clear notice that the other language isn't available. Logic. Use this priority. Talked about it. Okay. If the viewer just chooses, man, you got to start. Oh my goodness. It's starting from the viewer. In my mind, you start from where the coding starts. In other words, when the user is creating the event, they will have to choose. They will. I don't know. I'm just asking a question, and then you determine. I don't know if this is accurate. I'm asking a question. I'm proposing an idea. So I'm looking at the logic, and you're starting from where the user gets to the invitation. And what I am wondering is Replit going to read all of this and then think about it and then apply the logic in the proper order? Or is it better to start in a way similar to this? Because, and again, I might be wrong even saying this, but to me, it seems like this is how the coding, well, not necessarily, I remember coding a little bit now, it's components and blocks of code. You could start with how the behavior is later in the process and then link to the steps used to get to that behavior. But anyway, I'll still continue with my thought. Why aren't we starting with the input? You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is just a portion of an entire app and this is not a total thing. Why aren't we starting with, okay, to handle this video problem, what you want to do is from where the user uploads the creative, and they're going to have a decision to either put two versions, English and Spanish, or one. When they make that decision, that should tell you blah, 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 blah. That's basically, you get the idea. Why isn't that the starting point rather than the starting point be at the invitation presentation? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So is the way that I'm presenting this better? Does it make sense? Or am I making this overly complicated, and the way that it's laid out is perfectly fine, that Replit should put all of this together and get to the point that I'm talking about that I feel was more important for determining how to move forward to serve the right video? Maybe I'm just too far away from understanding the whole coding process, and that is the answer. If necessary, just tell me you have no idea what you're talking about. That is the problem. Just take what I've given you and give it to Replit. If you need to tell me that, just tell me that. No hard feelings. I don't get offended. I'm here to learn as well. Let's contribute. This is a team effort. What is he gonna say? Meanwhile, let's see what Replit is doing over here. Maybe I should have waited. Maybe that's the problem. A lot of arrows. Let's put them at the top. It says it's generated, but there is obviously no flyer here. Clearly there is no flyer created. Clearly. Come on, dude. Oh, affirming logic flow. Let me check myself real quick. This nut think he can tell me how I need to advise this no coding platform. Let me check my logic and so I can, when I go off on him, I'm accurate. That's what it's saying. Affirming logic flow. That's what it's saying. Metacognition is thinking about his thinking. Let me, okay. All right. It makes a little sense what he's saying, but I already know what I'm doing. Let me check my flow real quick before I tell this fool something. That's what it's saying to itself. You see that? That's what it's saying. Affirming logic flow. 6:35. Man, I should go take a walk. What am I looking at now? That's what we're going here. I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to fix me some oatmeal and go take a walk. In my mind, that's what I'm going to do. Go take a walk. In my mind, you all need to walk every day. But did you know that 10 squats for each hour, 8 hours in a day is more beneficial than 10,000 steps? Well, now you know. Did you know that? Did you know that? if I just taught you something, man, give me a like and leave me a comment. You know, can you do that? I would be pleased. 100%. Let's see. Test time. Test time. Hey, I have, I have, I have something called Content Creator Pro. Content Creator Pro. Go to contentcreatorprogpt.com, and I think you can use it for free. But what it's going to do is, man, it's going to help you create. There's a video there. It's going to help you create exclusive content, custom content that will not be. Oh, man, come on, man. Honestly, we don't have time for this. This entire app must be completed today. We have many issues, many problems to fix. You have a hodgepodge of errors that must be corrected. This flyer is not displaying, and we need this resolved. Resolved. The honoree is not on the image. The honoree is not there. The image is not there. What does the error messages tell you? Huh? Fix the problem, please. You're not overcomplicating it. Your instinct is right. For this feature, the cleanest way to make a no-code, low-code tool get it is to define the logic in two phases. Phase one, authoring, upload, host side. Capture, okay, so I was right. Not to pop my collar, but that's basically what it's telling me. Capture what the host actually uploaded. Did they provide Spanish video? Yes, no. Did they provide English video? Yes, no. Optional. Did they provide subtitles either language? Yes, no. Optional. Did they provide posters, thumbnails either language? Yes, no. Classify the event state. Yes, this is the way I didn't know how to verbalize it, but this is exactly what I was talking about. Classify the event state. If both English and Spanish exist, the state equals both. If English only exists, the state equals English. This is exactly what I was trying to describe. Put into words. Perfect. Presentation. Viewing guest side. Language. Okay, this is what I wanted right here. This is what I wanted. Implement phase one at the save, upload, compute, and store. There you go. This is what I was trying to put in words. Now let's see if it works. I want to start with, oh my God. And y'all just want to give AI so much credit for winning the day, which I agree with. It's just not, why starting upload is basically a single source of truth, what exists, and stores it as simple flags. The viewer page becomes deterministic. That's what I'm saying. It's just so simple to me to figure this out. If you know how to code, I mean, it's just simple to figure out because it's only two options. And it's all determined on what the user puts in. If the user does it this way, this is your path. If the user does it this way, this is your path. It's simple. Okay. I'm okay. It's amazing. AI is so incredible at the same time. It's so stupid. I mean, how do you keep saying, I see the problem, and never fix the problem? And you say the problem is fixed. Oh, man, it's incredible. Let's use this one as a background. See what happens. Oh, adios míos. And let's use this as an honoree. See what happens. This could be interesting if it works. Move the background. Come on, man. Come on, man. I see the issue. The URL is still showing the old complex format. My changes didn't take effect because the server needs to restart. Let me check if the changes were applied and test the URL generation directly. The changes aren't taking effect because the server is caching. 644. The server caches. Cache the server. The last time this month. On the next month. Oh, interesting. If you don't change something, it doesn't register. Yeah. You want to do that again? You want to do that again? 1080 by, what is that? Now, what I should check and see is if the background removal makes a difference on it. Oh, I thought we was about to. And we can't reverse it. Don't pile it on like this. But this is going to be my test. 1, 2. I need to say this in reverse because background image is actually a thing that is different from the honoree image. So notice here how I am catching my word usage, and I'm thinking about how I'm wording things. So I'm going to change it to want to be able to reverse background image, which is a thing. This is a background image. You see what I'm saying? So to not create confusion, I'm going to say reverse image background removal instead of background image background, and it really should say background of the image, but I'm going to say image honoree, and again honoree background removal. In context, you would think that you don't have to be as explicit because this one doesn't even get a background removal. So just to say image background removed, you should assume that it's the honoree, but it's safer to be explicit if it comes to mind to be explicit, and it's good practice to try and make it always top of mind to be explicit. Now, obviously, you're not going to be 100% on point at making that happen, but by being intentional and thinking about it is something that you want to do, it increases the likelihood or the probability that you are successful at it. Because if you just dismiss it and say, if I think of it, I do, and if I don't, I don't, then how likely are you to actually incorporate that line of thinking in the thought process when you're doing these things? So that's the reason for mentioning it. And why have I become so talkative? Well, it is because I am getting sleepy again. I went to bed at 11 something. I woke up at 3 after all. So it's perfectly understandable. Now, what may not always be understandable is a person's natural proclivity to overcompensate for his state of being. So I'm sleepy, and thus I overcompensate by becoming hyper sometimes. It's a special kind of sleepy. It's a sleepiness at a more surface level than at a deep level, meaning I got decent rest days prior to the last day, and so the last day's effect is only a minor inconvenience and not a potential health hazard, let's say. Shall we refresh? Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop playing, man, because we got a lot of stuff to do. Got a lot of stuff to do. Replit's not helping here, but we're trying to give it a chance here. We're trying to let it redeem itself. Hey, just playing it all by ear at this point. I feel like playing some ping pong. That's what I feel like doing. It's not good to play ping pong sleepy though. Let me see. Do we get the button? Undo. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we only get one shot at it. Ready to use or remove background. Okay, we only get one shot at it. All right. Okay. One shot at it. Uh, Fix it. Oh yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. The system loses track of the background remove version. So why you make it like that? Why you write the code like that? Man, no comment. All right, is this a 2.5 hours in? And we haven't tested it. All right, that's it. All right, we're gonna let this go with wherever we are. Come back to that another time. I want y'all to see if this actually works. And we're gonna call it a video. This is ridiculous. Undo, remove, undo, remove. Oh yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's create us an event. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I thought it was ready. It's almost squat time. It's been squat time. I'm talking about almost squat time. Best case scenario, action bias. As soon as I said, when you think if it won't get you in trouble, and especially if it is good, take action. So when I say almost squat time, why are you still sitting there? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's almost finished. No, it don't matter. It's not finished. So why are you still sitting there? Start squatting. Start doing the squats. If it finishes, then okay, stop. But you're letting time burn. You are missing opportunity by putting it off. Be action biased. Okay? 100%. Event created. All right, great. Now the other question is, man, we got so much work to do. Even after we create this image, is it going to populate the event properly with the image that we create? You follow me? So, When you think no code, let's do the undo. All right, we gonna leave this one now. But let's see the image. Let's see the preview. Is the image there at all anyway? Nope. Action bias. When you think if it won't get you in trouble, especially if it's good, take action. That's a good message to leave on. This is a hyperlink. That's good. Now let's go back over here. And let's go over here and copy this logic. And let's see what Replit does with it. Okay. I am about to paste in some logic that should help you with the coding to successfully serve the correct invitation creative uploaded. Meaning the logic for developing the code for serving Spanish or English, depending on user selection by the toggle. Are you ready for the code? And do you understand what I am about to do and why? I didn't say why. The why is because you can't seem to figure out how to serve the Spanish or English version successfully. So I've created the bird's eye view logical way to think about it, hoping you can use it to generate code to represent that logic and successfully handle and successfully deliver the correct video. Does that make sense? Are you ready? This is the part we've been waiting for. Yes, that makes perfect sense. I understand exactly what you're getting at. You're right. I've been struggling with the bilingual functionality for serving the correct Spanish or English invitation content based on the user's language toggle selection. You created a logical framework or approach that will help me properly implement the code to handle this language switching functionality correctly. I'm ready to receive your logic and use it to generate the proper coding implementation. Please go ahead and share the bird's eye view logical approach. I'll use it to fix the language serving issues in the invitation system. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's see. Make sure I copied the right stuff here. All right, I copied the right stuff. Let's see what happens. Drum roll, please. Perfect. This is exactly the logical framework I needed. This breaks down the bilingual video handling into two clear phases. Phase 1, authoring, upload, capture what exists and set flags. Phase 2, presentation, viewing, and use those flags to serve content. Let me implement this logic step by step. I'll start by examining the current code structure and implement the proper building of bilingual video handling. Missing phase 1 logic to classify the video state. I know, otherwise it wouldn't be so complicated. Missing phase 2 logic for proper fallback and messaging. I know you are. All right, so then this is interesting. So when you have multiple events, okay, yeah, it all depends. You only want to be applied to the event where these things exist. Well, maybe I need to, all right. All right, Replit agent said that logic was excellent. It said this will definitely help them fix the problem. So we don't know yet. It's working on it. So there's another issue at hand right now, currently as we speak. It's struggling with being able to, okay, so I have it so you can upload an image, right? That's a background image, background image. And then I have it so that you can upload a honoree image. Is it an honoree image or a honoree? I think it's an honoree image. Is the H is silent and the O is a vowel? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We're out of English school and no one is grading this video. Okay, yeah, right. So and then on the honoree image, you can remove the background. And then you should be able to undo the removal of the background. And then you should be able to remove the background again. And then you should be able to undo, just in case you're indecisive and you want to see what it looks like, This having a problem with that. Once I undo it once and I go back to remove it again, I'm not undoing it. It's not working again. So that's issue number 1. That needs to be explained how to do, not technically, just the logic. And then the more important part is the presentation to view the viewing of the flagger. Generate the flagger, I should say. That's what the specific language is for the next step, is generate the flagger. Oh, wait, I'm skipping a part. And so then after you remove the background, you can choose to make that image, the honoree image, appear by default. And we might as well go ahead and forward since I got you here to assist me with helping it with the code. But the image is going, by default, you can place it at the center, at the top, to the left, to the right, or to the bottom of that image, of the background image. But now, and it's not been able to, the image doesn't even appear. So I don't know how, say whatever needs to be said in order to tell it how to make the image appear for when you generate the flagger. But also in addition, all right, the default is that the honoree will be placed in the, and maybe it's extra code, unnecessary code, since I want you to do this part with the drag it to where you want to place it. And so just tell me, hey, forget the left, right, center thing. Since we are enabling a dragging feature, that's overkill. Don't even worry about the left, right. It's just making the code more complex than it needs to be. So if you need to tell me that, that's fine. But it started as left, right, center, top, bottom, and I hadn't I was going to skip the dragging feature because I just didn't want to. I thought the other thing would be quick and easy, one time, and it's done. It's not. So now I'm consulting with you, so I might as well implement the dragging feature since you're going to give me a shortcut to give the Replit on how to implement the dragging feature. Am I saying too much? Am I confusing you, or do you understand what I'm saying? Or am I just confusing myself? No, I am thoroughly in tune to what I'm saying. I just don't know what the effect is on others listening in. Yeah. So should I leave out the left, right, center thing and just, oh, and plus, so how easy is it to incorporate the dragging thing to place the image on the background in a specific place? If it's relatively simple and easy to do and shouldn't cause a coding complexity, then let's instruct it on some guidance on how to do that. Not no specific code, just the guidance, like we did with the other thing, easy language. Did I break it? And since we're here, might as well go ahead further and talk about how to then take that generated and how to then how to then allow that image to be generated again. Is it needed? You drag it. Yeah, I guess after you drag it and move it, in order for it to register, because you can save and download the image too after you create it. And I don't know how this coding works in this, so maybe you don't need this, so it'd be hard for you to give advice on this. But in any case, after you move the thing, then the image needs to be saved within a new direction, new position. And then there is a button to save the image and then download the image. But after this is all said and done, the image then needs to be taken back up to the created event and be properly placed inside the event to display. Which there's only one way. It just needs to go up inside the event where the placeholder is for an image or video in the event. And that's it. Meanwhile, let's see what Replit has done. Oh boy. Oh boy. I already have an event with both English and Spanish. Should that work or only on new events created from this point? This is interesting. This is going to be very interesting. And if this solves the problem, there's a whole new technique for problem resolution. Great question. Your existing event should work with the new system because I implemented backwards capability. Phase 2 logic includes fallback detection, determine video availability. All right, then let's get ready to rumble. First, let's check it here. All righty. Doesn't work here. Let me create a simple script to classify it. And you don't have to do all that. You don't have to add extra unnecessary code. It's not a real event. I'll just create a new event. When you add videos to it, tripping. Let's create an event. New event, new system. Open image in new tab. It's not even a button to say add to event. Let's say or go to event. I don't even want to click this. Page isn't working anyway. Download. This okay. We can't even test it yet, really. Actually, I handled this part in. Let's check that out. Let's not do this right now. Let's see if what ChatGPT gives us actually causes implementation of what I was about to tell it to do. That'll be interesting. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and test this. English, Spanish. So that is English. Spanish is not even working. Oh, wait a minute. English, Spanish didn't upload. Maybe I gotta go slow. Spanish doesn't even upload. Wait a minute, I did it the wrong one.
Hola.
You know what? It's just absolutely pathetic. Let me see. Can I go straight to it? It's telling me I'm clicking on English instead of the Spanish. That is good though, but that's not the problem. See the problem? Your coding is the problem. That's because your coding is the problem. Oh, that didn't help because it changed the color of that too. But you clearly see this one's changed as well. Oh, uh, this is ridiculous. Wait, so it's trying to tell me, wait, that I'm clicking the wrong button. I'm not clicking the wrong button. Your coding is, you got it wired wrong. Oh, it fixed it now.
Hola. Hello, you're invited.
Oh, please. What is this? Endless loop. Oh, it just took a while, huh? Okay. All right, so now let's get rid of it. Drum roll, please.
Hello, you're.
Wait, okay.
Hola.
Working back here. Let's see what it's like on the deploy. This is the drum roll, y'all. We right here at the 3 hour mark. Let's see if we finally got it done. This would be awesome. I don't know if y'all caught that though. It had the wire. It had the Spanish and the wired. It had the Spanish and the English videos wired wrong, you click Spanish and it activates the English button, or at least the route behind the button. And it's telling me I'm clicking the wrong button. It fixed it. When I said give the color change function and everything, I was going to do the screenshot. Like, you see what I pressed? But you see what happened? Is that me or is that your coding? And I don't know. I guess it checked it during all of that. It checked it and it's like, oh, my bad. It's me. And it fixed it. But in the process, we got a much better looking interface, more user friendly, easy peasy to see. No straining on your eyes. What's happening here? Provision. How do I test my deployment database? Approve and deploy. Man, why I got to approve and deploy it? We've been deploying forever out here. Deployed about 9 hours ago. We just deployed it several times this morning. What do you mean 9 hours ago? So this means the deployed version. What's going on, man? No, it's been changing though. So I don't know. That's not the case. What is he talking about? All right, use the bathroom. I'm gonna. All right, here we are. Let's see what we got. We're on the free tier. Oh my God. Nothing. Wait a minute. What's event? Spread the word. Is that the one? So loose cannon. Which event is this? Oh yeah, I did create all the events. Okay. Your events. There's only one event showing. Oh, these are 2 people coming. All right, let's do it in a deployed environment. I actually didn't test that either. Maybe that's what I should have. How could I not think about that? Maybe I should have 59 seconds. Oh, that's the one. Maybe I should have tested uploading these flyers in the deployed environment to see if it worked. And I'm calling the agent slow, the AI slow. I didn't even think about that. All right, why is it still showing?
Hola, estás invitado a una celebración tropical.
Man, English. Spanish, okay. Now, let's preview the invite. Holy moly. Holy moly.
Hola, estás.
It works.
Hello, you're invited to.
It works.
Hola, estás invitado. Hello, you're invited to.
So now we have a new strategy for fixing problems. All right, what else do I need to test? All right, so now let's, well, anyway, this is a 3-hour video. We're going to end here. Man, now I can send this to this guy and tell him to use it. Now we just need to, okay, so this is the invitation invite, RSVP. It's me. Email, and I think we want the number as well. Although, you know, you're not going to be able to send SMS on the free. On the paid, maybe. Oh no, we just use email right now. 2 people, 3 people, 5 plus. Nah, man, you got limit. You can't bring 5 plus. Will there be refreshments? All right, confirm. Let's go to the. Okay. You need everybody not gonna know to click on this, so you need a button that says home. Wait, but this is the invite is not going to need to go anywhere. No, we still need a button to say home because the invite. I mean, I don't know if people know now to click on this you know, stuff up here or not, because most of the time it is linked to a home page. But up here it needs to say something needs to say try the app or use the app or create your own event. You know what I'm saying? That this don't need to be here because it's not clickable. All right, let's just tell it, guys. I'll let you go. Oh, this thing's in the way. So I'm going to say remove this. Oh, that's not the image. Remove that. Woohoo! It works. Thanks. Now remove this URL and replace it with a link to the app.invitado.com. Make the link say create your own event. And I should say make it an affiliate link for the person who sent it. affiliate link. How does that affiliate program work? They get, okay, I don't know how it works yet. I don't know what the affiliate deal is yet. Okay, they get an additional event if they are on free tier. When if someone signs up to paid tier from their link. However, if coding this is a challenge for you, don't do it. And don't say anything in the copy about affiliate. That's just a bonus. When we verify that it works, then they will start getting notifications that congratulations, you received an affiliate bonus. However, wait, however, for now, if they get a sign up, just send them a message after the fact that they earned an affiliate bonus. Yeah. Oh, let's check it. It already did something. Oh, I have to deploy it though. Man, I can't believe it. It works. Finally, after 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. I need to add affiliate tracking to the create your own event. This involves adding affiliate referral parameter to URL tracking the referral. Da 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 da. All right, y'all. So problem solved. Thanks for watching. If you learned anything or got any ideas, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and stay tuned for the next version.